I think it's important now for people to see what we were talking about when we were saying you have a highly contagious disease, measles. It's one of the most contagious diseases that we know of. We have an extremely effective vaccine. It's 97% effective if you've had both doses of the vaccine. When you have a vaccine preventable disease and you don't vaccinate people, you will get an outbreak. It's highly, highly predictable. Unfortunately, that's exactly what's going on now in certain segments. We've got to make sure we don't let that get more widespread, which is the reason why people should now be thinking twice about making sure they vaccinate their children. People have the impression incorrectly that measles is not a serious disease because overwhelming majority of children, as uncomfortable as measles is, I got measles when I was a child, and it's quite uncomfortable getting it, but most of the children recover completely. However, prior to the era of vaccines, there were a couple of million deaths per year globally, so it's a potentially lethal disease. In the United States, prior to the availability of vaccine in the mid-1960s, we had about 2 million cases of measles, about 500 deaths a year, about 1,000 cases of encephalitis. And even if you look generally, if a child gets infected with measles, there's a 1 in 10 chance that they'll get an ear infection that could lead to deafness, a 1 in 20 chance that they'll get pneumonia, and a 1 in 1,000 chance that they'll get a encephalitis, and 1 or 2 per 1,000 will die. So we need to put to rest this issue that, measles is not a serious disease. It's potentially very serious.